the Mighty Name Tour. We just talked to Judy about this last week, but Randall Broadhead from We Are Vessel is on the Zoom line now. I love the Zoom guest. Randall, man, how are we doing this morning?
Man, we are doing fantastic. We're looking forward to getting on the road, heading out, and seeing you guys. It's going to be a good time.
Absolutely. And now take us through the prep work for this, because I know that you've been really working hard and getting some things done. I've always been fascinated about how you guys prepare for each show. What's it look like?
So what we did, we were very grateful for the guys at World Vision this time as well. They opened up their space to us for a couple of days. Basically, what we do is everything we bring out on tour, and this tour is going to be really cool. We've got a brand new set design. I've had one of the best lighting directors that I know of come in, help design our light show, our video walls, and we set everything up. We make sure everything's working. We try to make it a little bit easier for load in, load out, because it is a lot of stuff, and we depend on volunteers, and so we try to make things easy, and then we rehearse. We try to make it the best that we can be, and it's a lot of work that goes into it. We basically load the trailer, we unload the trailer, set it all up. We spend, I think the guys worked the first day. I think they worked 15 hours.
Wow.
Getting things programmed and looking right, and then yesterday all the bands came in, and we spent, everybody spent a couple hours getting everything tweaked just right. And then you load out. And I think we parked the bus in Goodlettsville, Tennessee, which is basically just outskirts of Nashville. And we parked it last night, I think about 12:30. And so, yeah, so a lot goes into it. And so the guys are still sleeping. We're going to get up today. We got a couple things to kind of put away. I've got all the mess of the bus in front, so you can't see it. But we're going to get all that put up, and then we have bus call tonight at 6:00, and we're going to head out.
Wow.
So it's a lot of work for the guys. The crew that works with us, they're absolutely fantastic. They never complain. They work as hard as they can work, and we're just so grateful for people that have the same vision that We Are Vessel has, and that the other bands on the Mighty Name Tour has, and it really comes together, and all the hard work shows, and I think the people that come to the shows are going to see all the hard work of what went into making this thing be what it is.
Absolutely. And Randall, you don't know this, but I do pro wrestling off the show, and so
that's cool.
Whenever I hear about setup and teardown times, I always think about that. But honestly, I hope every pro wrestling company I've worked for in the Midwest and out, side of it is going, wow, okay, maybe it's not as difficult to transport compared to this, man. So take me through, your guys' lineup as you guys are performing on Sunday. If you're just joining us, Randall Broadhead from We Are Vessel. How does it change? Is it different for each show, or do you guys try to keep things consistent for each tour?
Yeah, we try to keep it so if we have this tour, the Mighty Name Tour is going out, we'll keep it pretty consistent throughout this tour, and then other tours can change barely, of course, a different artist and sometimes different kind of production. We typically don't, this tour is the tour that I try to go all out with production and everything. And so what's going to happen is the thing that would change would be we have to adapt to every venue. Some stages are smaller, and so the guys have to figure out, how do we make this thing work on this stage? One of our shows this weekend is outside, and so you have to be able to adapt to that, and still make it great, even though when the tour starts, it may be daylight and the lights won't show as much, but they do a great job. They know exactly what to do, how to make it absolutely incredible. But as far as how the lineup goes through, we're gonna stay pretty consistent. We'll definitely let God do His thing. Yeah. Sometimes I'm the worst at calling audibles.
Yeah.
My band hates me sometimes. I'll have a set list. We'll have everything lined out. We got the Ableton session. It's all perfect. And I'm like, hey, we're not doing that. We're going to do this song. And it's like, oh my God, what key is that in? And so I'm probably the one that's worse about that than anybody else. But It's fun. It's what keeps it fun.
Well, and that's the thing. And if you aren't having fun out there, then you know what? My old thought is, if you aren't having fun, what are you doing? You know.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
And you know, I want to ask you a little bit about just your career as a whole. You know, when did you was this genre what you've always been involved in music, or did it start off a little bit differently for you?
I've never played anything other than Christian music.
Okay.
When I started, which is a whole part of my testimony and a whole, I don't have time for that. But when I started, I was just a guitar player, and we played. I don't even know what my first band's genre was. It was Christian, but it was Christian pop punk rap,
Wow.
something, I don't know. We did a lot of youth events, you know, and whatever got the kids jumping. And after that, I was guitar playing in a Christian rock band, a little heavier band. And then when We Are Vessel started, we actually started kind of rock. And I took I started as the lead vocalist, and we've been kind of rock. I always considered myself the aluminum of the rock world, because I was a little lighter than most everybody else in the rock. And because I've always had my background is worship. You know, I was youth worship leader for a while at my church, and so we've always been able to kind of like incorporate that. And when I went through, there's a little bit of a genre change from the Christian rock to, you know, we've definitely moved more CCM, pop rock. You know, I've always realized and recognized that seasons can change. You know, we hear that a lot in church and things like that. Like, this is your season. This is a season. It's really true. In 2019, I went through the loss of my mom, my dad, and grandpa all within 3 months. Wow. The cancer, and it was right in the middle of writing a record. I had actually had all these songs ready to go for a new record, and we just got off tour with Building 429, and me and Jason Roy had really connected. And he was like, "Man, come to the studio. I want to work with you." And I was like, "That sounds great." And you know, talking about these songs, and I'm like, "Jason, they're just." It's not that I've never written a song that I didn't connect with or believe in, but I was like, this is not my season anymore. My heart is in a different place, and maybe not a great place at that time either. But and so he's like, let's just dump it. Let's write a whole new record, and we did.
Wow.
And so there was one song that I had written that we reworked, but everything else on that record was brand new, that we did right there on the spot in the studio. And it came out, you know, where we were able to release some CCM radio singles and things like that, and still more on it. And it's been great. I still play some of the old songs, you know, but this new record, it just means so much to me because of where I was when I was in the vocal booth and when I was singing these songs, and some of the lyrics are kind of deep, probably too deep for radio sometimes, you know, but it's still who I am, and that's where the season went. And so I guess if we were going to genre ourselves, we would call it CCM pop rock now.
Well, and that's actually real. I didn't have any idea that was, you know, kind of the lead up to that, and to adapt on the fly and you know, call an audible really in that situation.
Dude, I'm the worst. I'm telling you.
Well, and
my team hates me sometimes.
Well, let me ask you about this. I really appreciate your time. I know that you're busy. A couple more questions for you. You know, after, you know, the top, you know, you have top 20 singles, a #1, all this stuff. What gets you out of bed? Is it the accolades? Is it just the passion you have, your faith? What is it that keeps you going, you know, and We Are Vessel going each and every day?
Usually what gets me up out of bed is my manager going, "Hey, get up, get up, we gotta go. I let you sleep long enough."
I heard about one of those stories 2 days ago.
That's usually what starts it. But no, man, the people. If it wasn't for the stories that I hear, I'm heavily involved in Celebrate Recovery.
Mm-hmm.
I do a lot of, if we're not on big tours, I do a lot of solo dates with Celebrate Recovery. And sometimes, you know, some of those can be 200-300 people. Sometimes it's 15 people in the room. And just hearing stories of I've heard one time it got me really hard, and the person come to me and said, I listened to the other day, I was down, I was ready to take my own life, and I heard you were coming to our CR, and so I was like, well, I'm gonna check this dude out. And she said, I got to the song The Broken One, and it completely changed my mind to not kill myself and to come listen to your story. And after, she's like, afterwards, I'd shared my testimony and I sang that song. She's like, I feel like I have a reason again. I feel like you made sense. Your story connected with me, and I'm going to keep pushing. And that alone is what keeps me moving. I've heard multiple stories of that, and to be honest, man, this is I don't know what this sounds like, but I wrote that song for myself because I battled with depression and self-worth issues, and I had even been to the point ready to take my own life. And so every night that I get to sing those songs, it's a reminder for me to keep going as well. And that's where I find myself closest to God. That's where I find myself when I'm on stage singing. I hear His voice more than any other time. And it's one of those things that I've never had a drug, alcohol problem like that, but I would equate to people want to keep going back to that because they get something out of it. And that's what happens to me is I feel more alive, more safe when I'm on stage and being able to do what I'm called to do.
Wow. That's incredible. And to me, something like that, to hear stories, from people and not even just fans, but individuals just learning about you. And you can't put a price tag on that.
No, not at all.
You really can't. And I got to ask you, what's your favorite song to play on stage before we circle back and overview the Sunday concert? Oh,
man. So right now, my favorite song probably is a song we have called Worth. It's something I've never done before. It's super fun, poppy, and I'm not a dancer, but for some reason when this is the opening song, it's something about the energy. The video leads everybody in, and I come out, and for some reason I'm dancing on stage. It's the weirdest thing, and it's just so fun. And I haven't watched my videos back to see what I actually look like yet because I'm a little scared. But it's a blast. But if I'm more excited about anything, our last single release was a song called The Broken Redeemed. We've never played it anywhere. As a matter of fact, we haven't played it ever until yesterday at rehearsal. And I love this song. I am so pumped about playing it, and I hope people enjoy it as well. And so I got to say that one right now. One song we're not doing in this set that is probably one of my other favorites. It's almost like a old school song called it's called Good News. It's got horns in it and all this stuff. And I was able to kind of like come out and kind of use my rock voice a little bit in this song, but still let it be where everybody in our age group was going to like it still.
Right.
And so I don't know, man. That's a hard question. I actually enjoy every single song that we do, but some of those just seem a lot of fun. But I'm definitely excited about the brand new single and playing it for the first time live.
Well, Randall, speaking about dancing, man, I every once in a while go out there and sometimes get some comments from fans in a different perspective of, you were looking like Elvis out there. This is one comment I said, really? They go, yeah, at the end. Yeah. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, my favorite comment is when they say, you look like you were having fun up there.
Oh, no, that's the worst one to get.
That's the one.
Randall,
that's right up there with us Southern people saying, well, bless your heart. You look like you were having fun up there.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Well, Randall, man, the best of luck as you guys prepare for this tour and you're heading out to Collinsville. What's your message to the fans ahead of this? What are your thoughts for them as they come out to really enjoy some great music, support you guys, and have some faith in with all of it together?
Man, guys, this is going to be one of the funnest tours that I've ever been a part of. Everybody on this tour, I absolutely just love as people. Chris Cleveland from Stars Go Dim is one of my best friends. He is a genuine person. He's we all have to, in this industry, we have to help each other, and you don't find a lot of that. But Chris is one of those people that is just like, I can count countless times where I was like needed something, and Chris is like, "How can I help? What can I do?" And And so his heart shows off on that. Not only that, he's got an incredible voice. I'm glad I'm not following him. I'm glad he's headlining and not me. The guys in After Grace, we did a tour in December with them. I've known them for a while. Cody again has a great voice, and they're just great dudes. And they're doing a 2-piece. I actually like them better as a 2-piece. They're so talented. They're gonna just blow your mind with the vocals and the songs, and how they sound, just the two guys on stage. Henry is he's been writing with my buddy Jason as well from Building 429. His songs are just absolutely grateful. I mean, it's incredible. But what's going to happen, what I want everybody to do is when they come out, be ready to have a good time. Be ready to not sit down the whole night and just listen to a bunch of us talk. We're gonna bring our A game, and we're gonna have a good time, and we're gonna worship the Lord, man, and just be prepared to leave the place encouraged and excited about facing the world and facing your problems with a different perspective. And that's what I got, man. I think it's going to be incredible. I just want everybody to come out ready to have a good time. And if you're down and out, shake that off and just let loose.
Absolutely. And Randall,
dance with me.
There you go. Hey, best of luck to you. I hope everything goes well. Thank you so much for giving us some of your time. I know that you're busy getting everything prepared. And, I
appreciate this time.
Well, and I know that you guys are going to have just a great time and just, hate to say this, but kick some ass on Sunday and really just enjoy and have a great show.
Absolutely.
Randall Broadhead, We Are Vessel, the Mighty Name Tour at the Gateway Convention Center this Sunday in Collinsville. Thank you so much for your time, man. We'll talk again soon.
Absolutely, bro. Thanks so much.
No problem. At 9:57, a quick break. We come back with top of the hour news next on our daily show.